No, we'll not keep you waiting. So, Rahul, shall we start?
Yes,
Rahul, give me a cue.
yes, you can start the first question.
All right. Before I put my first question to you, ma'am, let me introduce my audience to your personality and the uh, grand presence that you have here with us. So, चांद भी हैरान है, दरिया भी परेशानी में है, अक्स किसका है कि रोशनी इतनी पानी में है. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here for our concluding session of the 3-day Lit Fest being organized by Russell of Book Club. And let me introduce you to the great personality that we have amongst us today, Dr. Uma Sharma, a leading Kathak exponent of India. She is not only a Kathak dancer, but also a choreographer and teacher. And she runs Bharatiya Sangeet Sadan in New Delhi, which is an academy of music and classical dance. The academy, in fact, was founded in 1946 by her father. Am I right here, ma'am?
Yes,
So she is known for reviving the old classical dance form of Natwari Nritya or the Ras Leela of Vrindavan. Uma Sharma ma'am's family hails from Dholpur in Rajasthan, and she was born in Delhi in 1942. She received her dance training from Guru Hira Lalji and Girvar Dayalji of Jaipur Gharana. And subsequently, she became a student of Pandit Sundar Prasadji of Jaipur Gharana, who emphasized rhythmic footwork and its permutations. Later on in life, she came under the tutelage of Shambhu Maharaj and Birju Maharaj, noted gurus of Kathak tradition of the Lucknow Gharana, known for the art of Abhinay, and subsequently Uma Ma'am sought to achieve a creative fusion, beautiful fusion of the two. She completed her graduation from Lady Sri Ram College for Women in Delhi, and by the time we entered 1970s, she became the youngest dancer to be conferred upon with the Padma Shree Award, uh, constituted by the government of India in 1973. She also received the Padma Bhushan Award in 2001 and was also awarded the Sangeet Natak Akademi Award along with Sahitya Kala Parishad Award. On 27 January 2013, she was honored with the title Srijan Manishi by Akhil Bharatiya Vikram Parishad, Kashi, for her great contribution to Indian Kathak dance. After having learned the presentation of traditional items, she has widened the repertoire of Kathak by composing new dance numbers and full-length dance dramas on a variety of themes, and I think on women-oriented issues also. Her dance drama Shree is known for its powerful thematic content and artistic presentation. Uma ma'am has performed all over the country and has participated in many national and international festivals. She has performed not only in India but in USSR, New Zealand, Australia, USA, Canada, Middle East, Japan, and China. You name the place, and she has been there. I welcome you, ma'am, on this platform today. बहुत बहुत स्वागत है आपका.
yes.
So, तुम आ गए हो तो कुछ चांदनी सी बातें हो. तुम आ गए हो तो कुछ चांदनी सी बातें हो. जमी पे चांद कहाँ रोज रोज आता है. तो आज चांद हमारे बीच में है और हम रूबरू होंगे उस चांद के साथ. I hope my audience who is listening to us live on YouTube have as much fun as I'm going to have with you talking to you today. So to begin with, ma'am, शुरू से शुरू करें अगर तो let us begin with your journey in the field of Kathak. when, where and how did you start learning Kathak? आपकी लाइफ में कोई ऐसा इन्फ्लुएंस या कोई ऐसा व्यक्ति रहा हो जिसने आपको बहुत प्रभावित किया हो?
गरम.
Has there been a particular influence in your life who led you to this field, or was it your own calling? Uma ma'am, yes.
Shall we start the first question?
Yes, ma'am, please.
As you have sent the paper to me,
yes,
according to that paper.
Yes. So how did your journey begin?
Tell me one thing. You have asked me, are you going to ask me the question? The first, according to this paper.
I have asked you the question, ma'am. I have already put the question to you. Your journey, how did it begin? Where, how, and when did it begin? The journey in the field of Kathak.
आपने पूछा है मेरे से, आइए कथक के क्षेत्र में आपकी यात्रा से शुरू करें.
जी मैम.
Am I right?
Yes मैम.
Am I right? आपने कथक सीखना कहाँ, कैसे शुरू किया? क्या कोई था जिसने आपको कथक सीखने के लिए? Yes. Now I want to tell you. I was actually, since my childhood, Kathak was more popular in Delhi than any other style. As a child, my memory goes back that I saw everybody was learning something like Oriental dancing. That was quite similar to what Uday Shankar was dancing at that time. But then ultimately, my father, at my place, we were staying in the Bengali market area. So one of the room, he gave it for the Kathak dance class. And the teacher came, Shree Girwar Dayalji. So when other children were dancing, I was very impressed and I was inspired. I was getting excited that I should also dance. That is how I started dancing as a child. But my father always wanted that since I had a good voice, so I should learn music. But then my heart, my soul, and myself, I was dragging towards Kathak. So I started learning Kathak since my childhood. When I was just 10, 12 years old, I did the Kathak performance for United Nations. Tissue paper. I was, just a minute. I've got a bad cough. So I started learning Kathak like other children. And then that was a United Nations conference at YMCA. That time, YMCA had a small auditorium and it was quite a famous. There were no auditoriums. I was very small, 10, 12-year-old. Only later, Sapro House came up. Kamani was not there, no auditorium was there. So there was a stage created for me where I danced And I will show you the picture. वो picture उठाना, वो जो dance कर रही हूँ, छोटी वाली. I will show you the picture.
I'm sure our audience are going to love this. Oh,
This is the picture.
so you were 12 years old then.
As a United Nations conference. Can you see the flags behind?
Oh, yes. Yes, yes. We can see, ma'am. Yes, yes, yes. Of course.
I was hardly 12-year-old when I started dancing. I gave the first performance when I was 12-year-old. वहां से मेरी यात्रा शुरू होती है कथक की. But my parents were very particular that I should do my education. So I did my education, schooling from St. Thomas's, which is still there at the Mandir Marg, near Birna Temple, Lakshmi Narayan Temple. And then I went to the college, Lady Sri Ram College. When I was in school, I was given all the cultural activities to organize the program, cultural program during annual festival. When I joined the Lady Sri Ram College, we were the first batch. That's where I was chosen. In fact, I was elected in election. We had an election in college. I became the president of Music and Dance Society in Lady Sri Ram College. So I was organizing all the cultural programs, even in Lady Sri Ram College. So I was participating in all the competitions, the functions which Delhi University used to have at that time. And then we had also Talkatora Gardens Youth Festival, जो बड़ा होता था. Now that's all over. I feel very sad. The changes have come to Delhi. That youth festival is over. Every time we were made to stay in tents for 10 days. 10 days. And it was such a great fun. All the universities used to come. And at night time, we used to have the campfire. जिसमें मैं बहुत गाती थी. 1 minute. तैयारे तैयारे चढ़ गए हो पापी बिछुआ. ओ तैयारे तैयार चढ़ गए हो पापी बिछुआ. So that was the song, very famous at daily in the evening around the campfire. And Vinod Nagpal used to sing with me.
Oh.
And those were the days. Those were beautiful days. And Delhi was very green, very beautiful, no flyovers, nothing of that sort. But coming back to my dance, I've been passionately in love with Kathak dance. And I will always remain till I am alive.
Wow, that has been an amazing journey, ma'am. Thank you for sharing all your emotions.
Yes.
I said thank you for sharing the start of your journey with us, and I'm sure it must have been nostalgic for you to go down the memory lane.
That is what I was. That is what I was actually became busy, very much busy with cultural activities to be organized. Then at that time, I started learning Kathak. Then later on, I joined Bharatiya Kala Kendra, where these great stalwarts like Guru Shambhu Maharaj and Guru Sundar Prasad Ji, Guru Sundar Prasad Ji of Jaipur Gharana and Guru Shambhu Maharaj Ji of Lucknow Gharana. I was there. I started learning from both of them. In ballet production, I used to be under Pandit Birju Maharaj Ji.
Oh.
So I was very fortunate to get all the three stalwarts. What more? My guru used to tell me, until and unless you are okay and you are good, when we see that you will be able to perform, then only perform. Otherwise, before that, you will not perform. So, I still remember the first item which I did when I was learning from these great gurus like Shambhu Maharaj and Sundar Prasad Ji. Barasana lage savana bundiya sham bin sone sejariya ho ram barasana lage savana bundiya sham bin sone sejariya ho ram barasana lage. Oh, that was with a bad throat. I'm singing, but I can't stop because it comes out, and I can't stop it. I'm so involved with dance. I can't tell you.
That clearly shows your passion.
Anyway, I started dancing, and it went on and on and on till today. अभी मैं अभिनय ज़्यादा करती हूँ. I'm concentrating. I've also prepared a script, Umar Khayyam.
Oh.
That is for the first time in Kathak. I will be approaching Umar Khayyam. अब झोली फैला के पैसा मांग रही कि कोई पैसा दे दे मेरे को. क्या करें? क्रिएटिविटी तो हमारे पास है, लक्ष्मी नहीं है, सरस्वती है, लेकिन लक्ष्मी के लिए झोली फैलाना पड़ेगा. क्या कर सकते हैं? My script is waiting. I can't tell you the verses of Umar Khayyam, so beautiful, I can't tell you. Very beautifully written. I've got the original book. दिखाना इधर से सुनील, वो किताब रखी उमर खयाम की, तस्वीर के नीचे, छोटी सी किताब. नहीं वो उमर खयाम की. हाँ. It's torn, completely torn.
Rubaiyat. This is a copy of
Rubaiyat of Umar Khayyam.
Wow.
That is what I have been working on it. I'm ready with the script. All I need to Lakshmi to come to me. So I'm eagerly waiting. Let us see. I never get disheartened. I want to organize. Now my Janmashtami program is coming. You must have seen on Facebook. It is going to be on the 19th at the India International Center. Every year, I don't know how many years, I've been organizing this Janmashtami program at India International Center. And then I go to Birla Mandir to organize the Maharaj Leela based on the 10th chapter of Srimad Bhagavad, which I do every year. And it is so beautiful outside the outskirts of Lakshmi Narayan Temple, Birla Mandir. Bada sundar lawn hai. Beautiful trees around. Then you see the full moon of Sharat Purnima. To see the full moon of Sharat Purnima. I am waiting eagerly. God forbidding, no monkey pox, no chicken pox, no any pox should arrive, because 3 years, no cultural activities. I was suffering to death. I organize also Ghalib every year, and
Yes.
I go to Balli Maran.
Yes, I read about it. Yes.
Balli Maran I go to Ghalib Saveli. Then I organize program in one of the auditorium, and specially designed only on Ghalib. So these are my cultural activities which I keep doing. Then I also organize Swami Hardas Tansen Sangeet Nritya Mahotsav, in which all the main artists comes and participate, like Ullas Kashalkar, Ashwini Bhide, Ustad Amjad Ali Khan, and his son Zaman and Ayan Ali Khan, and Prasad Chaurasia, so on and so forth. Parveen Sultana, Shubha Mudgal, etc., etc. You know, many things. So I keep myself busy in organizing, plus performing, plus dancing, plus looking after my students, particularly. And they all perform now. And I designed the program. That is what everything is going on. Then you have asked me, in 1973, I was the first dancer to took the complete version of Panchavati Varnan and Ram Van Gaman, 2 chapters of Ramayana. Very emotional and expressional pieces were given to me for Tulsidas centenary celebration. And in 73, there was a Ghalib centenary celebration. So I was the first dancer. Everybody had forgotten Ghalib. And I picked up Ghalib, and I danced to his ghazals.
So, ma'am, any particular ghazal of Ghalib's that you love to perform on?
Yes.
Any particular Ghalib की कोई ऐसी particular ghazal जिस पर आपको performance करना सबसे अच्छा लगता है? Would you like to sing it for us? A few lines probably.
सबसे पहले मेरे को I danced very willingly Harvansh Rai Bachchan Madhushala. Harvansh Rai Bachchan Madhushala.
Sing a few lines for us.
That was also in 1973. Then I also made 2 serials. One was Naina, based on 13 different poets. Tulsidas, Surdas, Raskhan. Raskhan was Pathan. And he was in Delhi when he started seeing that Delhi mein ladai jhagde ho rahe hain. He shifted to Vrindavan, became the Krishna Bhakt. And then he wrote poems on Lord Krishna. मैं रसखान को बहुत लेती हूँ. चेरा के चटक लटक नव कुंडल के तो भाव के मटक भाव के मटक मोहे आखन दिखाओगे ए वनवारी बलिहारे जाऊं तेरी याद मेरी गली आए नेक मीठे तान गाऊंगे तो नंद के किशोर चित चोर मोर पंख वाले बंसी वाले सामने प्यारे इत आओ एक दिन आले नंद किशोर अचानक ही मार्ग आए मैं उनको पहचानती नहीं मोह सखे ने सो दूर बताए आई गए नियरेंद पिटे झट ऐच के घूंघट नैन छुपाए लाज के ऊपर गाज गिरे गाज बिजली गाज गिरे अखियां भरी मैं नहीं देख न पाए कृष्ण को देख नहीं पाए दिस इज रसखान दिस इज रसखान
What an amazing performance, ma'am.
Sorry?
What an amazing performance you just did.
इनकी आवाज क्लियर नहीं आ रही पूछना मेजर परफॉर्मेंस
बहुत अच्छी परफॉर्मेंस थी आपकी.
Major performance. One was Madhushala, second was Ghalib, and when I did the Ramayana, that was absolutely first time that Mara Ramayana was presented in Kathak dance, and so was Ghalib. And then I took the Kafi Azmi.
Oh.
Kafi Azmi himself came, and then another major item was Gopal Das Neeraj. कारवा गुजर
गया गुबार
देखते रहे कारवा गुजर गया गुबार देखते रहे. So that was my major performance, including Madhushala. When I danced for Vananda, and at that time, Harvansh Rai Bachchan was alive. He had come, and his wife, K.G. Bachchan, both of them came. They were present there in the function when I was dancing Madhushala at Sapru House. That's where I danced. By that time, Sapru House had come up. These were my major programs.
मैम नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन जो हमारी ऑडियंस आपसे पूछना चाहेंगी, एम आई ऑडिबल? आवाज सुनाई दे रही है मैम? कैन यू हियर मी?
नहीं आ रही.
आप ईयरफोन्स निकाल दें प्लीज. कैन यू हियर मी मैम? आवाज क्लियर आ रही है आपको? मैम आवाज नहीं आ रही आपको? आवाज
कौन सा है? यहाँ क्वेश्चन नहीं लिखा.
मैम आपको मेरी आवाज आ रही है? आर यू एबल टू हियर मी?
नहीं, इससे नहीं आ रही.
आप रहने दीजिए ईयरफोन्स मैम.
1 minute.
Can you hear me now?
Question.
Ma'am, can you hear me?
Question number.
Okay, let's move on to question number 4 then. 4, ma'am.
Okay. 4. You can just a minute.
4.
Okay. in India you have performed. Yes, I have gone to Russia in 1961 when I visited Russia, and USA in 1964. I went to USA, and then I proceeded afterwards. Sometime that time only, when I went to New Zealand, Australia, Canada in 1967 for the Trade Fair Authority of India, when I went to. And then I went to another place. I want to tell you, that was another major program of mine. When I visited Iran, 3 times I went to Iran. And
Okay.
3 times I went to Afghanistan and
Oh,
Middle East, Abu Dhabi, Baghdad, and all these places in Middle East. I also went to Kuwait. I still remember that my male artists, my male musicians were not allowed because the Kuwait was having a program only of the ladies. They were just coming covered face. Only one could see their eyes.
nice.
I still remember in Kuwait. And I was dancing to an Arab couplet. Hulwatut, Sagre wal Dabin, Rake Katul, Kalve wallo you, Nuktatut, Deet Kaddoha, Kaddoha, Kullaha Fusun, Husnaha, Zada Hulkara. This is Arabic, I am telling you.
Yes.
And then Iranian poem I took when I went to Iran. Zulfa Shuktev. Zulf is here. Zulfa Shuktev. Koi Kartev. Kandon Mabumas. Pirehen. Choko Ghazal. Kano. Surahi. Dardas. This is Persian.
Oh,
When I still remember when I came back from Iran, the program was organized by Shah of Iran and his wife, Begum of Iran.
okay.
When I came back, after some time, I was told to perform in Rashtrapati Bhavan.
Hmm.
That was the time when Pandit Nehru was there. Or, I forgot to tell you that for Pandit Nehru's birthday, I always used to go and 5 minutes performance just to receive the chocolate from Rajiv and Sanjay Gandhi were very small. They used to come with Indiraji, and they used to give me box of chocolates. Just
How
to
sweet.
receive the chocolate. I
How
used to
sweet.
perform for Pandit Nehru at Pandit Nehru's birthday at Teen Murti Bhavan.
Yes.
Every year I used to perform. The Delhi administration people used to come and wake me up from my bed. Uma, get ready. You have to go for Pandit Nehru's birthday. So that was another thing which I did since my childhood. Then I went to Iran. Then I was asked to perform at Rashtrapati Bhavan, and Shah of Iran and his wife, they both were present. So I did the same ghazal.
Okay.
तुल्पा शुक्ते हो कोई कहते हो खानदान नबू में फिर है चौको गजल खानो सुनो ही दर्द दरगे सा शरबदे जो लबेश अफसोस कुनोन नीम शब दूश बेबोलीन है मैं नावेद बेनिशत. This is Farsi, Persian I'm speaking.
Hmm.
And by the way, Umar Khayyam is also a Persian poet. He's a Persian poet. So when I was dancing, afterwards, they came up on the stage, met the artist. So she came, the Begum of Iran. She came towards me. She said, I saw you dancing the same ghazal at Iran when you did it.
Hmm.
I said, yes. I went to Iran. I did this ghazal. So interesting things have happened in my career. Second day, I went to Japan, Menon Society. They invited me.
Mhm.
It was a 1 month tour in Japan.
Okay.
1 month tour. And for that, Dr. Suresh Awardee, at that time the chairman of Sangeet Natak Academy, he proposed my name for, for this one, what you call Japan Menon Society. Then I toured Japan. He asked me, will you be able to stay there for 1 month in Japan? Different cities. I went Osaka and do not know where all I went. There were many different cities where I went and performed. And they Japanese, they really looked after us very well. I still remember one night when I was sleeping, there was a trembling and it was an earthquake.
Earthquake. Okay.
They said, don't worry, earthquake keeps coming in Japan. So I was very scared. I said, my God, it's earthquake is coming and they are easily telling me, don't worry, they keep coming. Also, I remember I went to Tashkent
Okay.
and in Tashkent, a big earthquake started happening. And we all the artists ran here and there. Then somebody came and that earthquake was on in Tashkent for quite some time.
Oh.
So I faced such kind of situation.
Okay, ma'am. But
Now,
I would like to know if you can hear me. I would like to know what was the audience reaction to your performance.
you are talking about the question 5.
I was asking what was the audience's reaction to your performance in different countries.
Different countries. I was performing Kathak only. I was performing, I used to decide my designing of the program according to audience.
Okay.
And
All right. Coming up to
they
your
were,
awards.
I have seen they have been very receptive for when I did this couplet, Arabic couplet in Tunisia. So when I finished that couplet, the whole audience stood up and clapped for me. They gave standing ovation to me. I was very thrilled. And
Must have been.
because I have got another class coming, Brazil. So I will switch over to your
Question number
question
5. Yes.
Question 5.
5. So regarding your
Yes,
awards.
when I got Padma Shree for the first time, I was in Nepal and performing there. I was in Nepal. I was not here.
Okay.
My sister who was also a dancer, she used to dance, but then she got married and gave up dancing. She was a very beautiful dancer. My elder sister, Rama Ranjan.
Okay.
Then she said, Uma, wake up. I was in Nepal sleeping, and I was seeing my dream. My dream was about my Guru, Guru Shambhu Maharaji asking me to climb the ladder.
Okay.
तुम सीढ़ी पे ऊपर चढ़ जाओ. You know, that was a very funny dream, which I saw. When she woke me up, I said, why did you wake me up? I was going to climb the stairs. Why did you wake me up? She said, I have heard your name. You have received Padma Shree. And before that, would you believe me that I visited Kathmandu Pashupatinath temple when I was taking the parikrama around the Shivling of Pashupatinath? I said, मैं तो पशुपतिनाथ जी जब आपको मानूंगी अगर मुझे पद्मश्री मिल जाए. And next day I got the Padma Shree. Would you believe me? And that is a fact. That's really a fact. And when I came, many dancers, senior dancers, hadn't received any award. So there was quite a turmoil among dancers. They were accusing me, you should accept Padma Shree. Then I went to take the guidance from P.N. Aksar, Mr. P.N. Aksar, who was then the secretary of Srimati Indira Gandhi, principal secretary.
Okay.
I told him, he said, don't worry. I started crying in front of him. So, कहने लगे, don't worry, Uma. When you receive something great, so this happens. Take it easy. आराम से अपना काम करती रहो. Dance का काम करती रहो. That's what he told me, and he blessed me. At that time, I met Sri Atal Bihari Ji also. And Atal Bihari Ji requested me, Tuma ji, hum pe bhi kuch kripa karo. Because I was taking all the poets like Gopal Das Dheeraj,
Harivansh Rai,
Madhushala, etc., etc. Surdas. See, he always used to come and watch my performance. तो कहने लगे एक दिन शाम को मेरे स्कूल में आए, कहने लगे उमा जी हम पे भी कृपा करो. तो मैंने कहा आप क्या कृपा मान गए हैं मेरे से, मैं किस प्रकार से आप पर कृपा कर सकता. कहते हैं मैं पुस्तक लाए हूँ, नहीं 51 कविताएं, इनमें से आप चुन लो, कोई भी पोएम चुन लो. तो मैंने कहा अच्छा आप किताब छोड़ जाइए और मैं चुन दूंगी. Then I selected the poem ठन गई, मौत से ठन गई, तो चोरी छुपे से ना, सामने वार कर फिर मुझे आजमा, रास्ता रोक कर वो खड़ी हो गई, यूं लगा जैसे जिंदगी बड़ी हो गई.
Wow.
He was very impressed. He was very impressed. And then I took 4 poets one evening. Kafi Azmi, Gopal Das Neeraj, Sheila Gujral, and Atal Bihari Ji.
Okay.
4 poets I took. I danced to their poetry. They were all very happy. And these experiments have given me really insight, a peaceful and happiness and joy I have received. Really, I'm telling you that it is something, whenever I go to that stage, I get lost, then I don't see the audience. I do not see anywhere. Though I have visited many countries. My first country was outside, was Russia, when Bharatiya Kala Kendra group was going, 41 artists. At that time, Bulgarian was there. Bulgarian.
Okay.
He was there. He was ruling, not Putin. Putin is only busy in Ukraine. But Bulganin was organizing programs, big festivals.
Yes.
So 11 times I visited Russia.
Wow.
11 times. Can you imagine this? So things have been going on. Its time is becoming over. Sunil is giving me sign because
Uh,
my class is going to be
you
over.
have just one last question left, and that is about.
I no, I am telling you, I have set up my dance school. In 1971, when I received the land, then I worked very hard. All my performance money was given to this building, school
Okay.
building, Bharati Sangeet Sadan in East of Kerala. 1976, my school started. I was the first one solo dancer to have her own academy of dance, and that is in Delhi.
Wow.
I'm very happy that I've set up my school and training all the children, training all the students, and they perform now. I feel very nice when they all perform. In Maharashtra Leela, they only perform. It's a 1.5 hour Maharashtra Leela. And
Okay.
then Janmashtami program, they'll be performing at IIC and Islamic Center, two programs of all the students of my school. They all will dance. I feel so happy seeing all of them dancing.
No,
I think
we are
I
also
have to
having. Uh, we have also enjoyed interacting with you, ma'am. And last.
1946, 1946, when my father formed this organization, Bharatiya Sangeet Sadan.
Hmm.
And then I took it over later. Before that, my father and my sister, they both were looking after the school. After that, when she got married, she also performed quite a number of times. She started doing Sita's role. Then I took it over as Sita of Ramayana of Bharatiya Kalaketra. I
Okay.
did Sita's role for 3, 4 years. Took over from her because she got married. So it has been going on. So can I say pranam and namaskar to all of you?
Thank you so much, ma'am. It was wonderful having you on this talk show. जाना तो नहीं हम चाहते आपको छोड़कर, लेकिन हमें पता है अब आपकी क्लास अगली वेट कर रही है एंड
Because my student, she will appear on the screen and from Brazil. She is very regular about her class.
Oh.
So I I I'm very fond of teaching them. I see them performing, and I'm teaching this Brazilian lady Prathama Sumir, Shree Ganesh,
Oh.
Gauri Sutta, Priya Mahesh. This is the poem that I'm teaching her when she has got good abhinay. She
Hmm.
herself is a great samba and ramba dancer.
Okay.
You know, Brazilian, most of them are. She's a businesswoman, but
Okay.
she is very fond of dancing. So she comes regularly. And she is about to end up on the same screen when I'm going to take her class for 2 hours. She is also learning Hindi. She is also learning Kathak from me.
Wow. That's
आप
really
भी
amazing.
आप लोग भी सीखिए.
मैम मैंने तो किया है 8 साल तक कथक किया है.
Yes, कथक बचपन से किया है.
मैं
कथक आगे तक करती रहूंगी.
मैंने भी किया है मैम, बचपन में कथक किया है. 8 साल कथक किया है मैंने भी.
जी, अच्छा, very good. Why did you discontinue?
I got married.
सुनिए, कथक की कोई उम्र नहीं होती, आप अभी भी आके सीख सकती हैं, बिल्कुल आइए। मेरे बहुत सारे पुरानी स्टूडेंट्स who have got married and they have children, they are coming back to me.
So
They are all learning.
I do hope to come back.
जरूर आइए।
Definitely, ma'am. आप जैसा गुरु मिलेगा जरूर आएंगे. Thank you so much for
जरूर आइए।
Thank you so
All
much
of
for
you.
coming on the show.
All of you, I am telling.
Definitely, definitely.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. It was nice talking
Thank
to
you
you.
so much, ma'am. It was a pleasure interacting with you. It was an it is an inspiration for us, for all the audience who are here viewing your story. Thank you.
So it's
Are
time
you in
to.
Delhi? Are you in Delhi?
No,
Come
ma'am.
over and see that.
I will
No.
definitely come to Delhi. I will definitely come to Delhi. to visit you.
Otherwise, you could have seen the Janmashtami program on the 19th of this
Definitely.
month.
Next year, perhaps. So have a good day, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you so much. Good day. Right, Rahul. So that was the end of our talk show for today. And for our audience, they can again get in tune with us at 3 p.m. Rahul, the concluding session of your literature festival begins at 3 p.m., I suppose.
4 p.m. ma'am.
It's at 4 p.m. Okay. Right.
And
So that's-
thank you, Sonika ma'am. Thank you very much for being part of the panel as well as this wonderful talk show. The questions were apt and we could get a lot of information and lot of abhinay from ma'am.
Yes, that was really wonderful. That was really amazing.
Please stop the live.